Author Ronald Kessler, whose latest book The Trump White House, Changing the Rules of the Game comes out Tuesday, said Sunday that counselor to the President Kellyanne Conway is the administration's top leaker. So if you wonder why there are so many leaks out of the White House, one reason is Kellyanne Conway is the #1 leaker, Kessler said on CNN's State of the Union. The author, who is friendly with President Trump, told the network's Jake Tapper about a time Conway forgot that she and Kessler were on the record, and started trash-talking then-Chief of Staff Reince Priebus, as well as the president's daughter Ivanka Trump and his son-in-law Jared Kushner. She said the most mean, cutting and obviously untrue things about Reince and I didn't include them in the book because they were so unfair, Kessler said. She also lit into Jared and Ivanka, saying that they leak against Steve Bannon, the author continued. And I know that White House aides have seen texts that she has sent to other journalists dissing her colleagues, leaking material, Kessler added. The White House did not respond to CNN's request for comment. While he briefly portrayed them as victims of Conway's gossip, Kessler also panned Ivanka's decision-making skills. In the book, Kessler charges that Ivanka Trump and Kushner would push the most disastrous and foolish decisions of Trump's presidency. They had no understanding of the basic fundamentals of how government works, how a campaign works, how politics works. Most of all, they had no understanding of the political consequences of their actions, Kessler's book said. Asked for specific examples, Kessler pointed to the May 2017 firing of FBI Director James Comey, which prompted Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein to appoint Special Counsel Robert Mueller to handle the Russia probe. Jared said, "Well, Democrats will love that, this is a political move," Kessler explained. Comey was unpopular with Democrats for alerting members of Congress 11 days before the election that he had found more of Hillary Clinton's emails and would be looking into them. Even though the probe was quickly wrapped up again, the damage had been done. In addition, they pushed hiring Anthony Scaramucci, Kessler said of Ivanka. That had to be the most absurd hire in the history of the White House. Kessler said that Trump understands that they are problems, and has hinted that he thinks they should return to New York. But since Trump rarely ever fires anyone himself, especially a family member, they remain the Teflon aides, the author said. Kessler spoke much more highly of First Lady Melania Trump's political prowess. Her judgment is spectacular, he gushed, explaining to Tapper that she was the individual who got Trump to run for president. He was sort of pussyfooting around about running and she said, "You have to declare your candidacy," Kessler said. That's what happened and he went up in the polls. Tapper also asked Kessler about his impression of ex-White House Communications Director Hope Hicks, who left her job last week. "You know, she actually pushed the book, I Call It a Novel, by Michael Wolff along with Steve Bannon, so I don't think that shows her judgment is that wonderful," Kessler said. "Everyone loves her, she's very enthusiastic about Trump, but to me that is not a good sign."
Tell me where the freak's at.